All right, everybody, welcome to the Ravens post game from week 4. 23-7 beat down of the Denver Broncos. Friendly neighborhood beat with you. Uncle Rod is celebrating here at Glory Days out in Townsend. And Rod, your quick thoughts on the game and Ravens. No drama today. No drama today, baby.
Man, I'm doing well. Um, it's been a great day. Um, this game has been not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer than this. I thought that the Ravens would, I don't know, I thought the Ravens would probably struggle a little bit because we didn't know how Marquise Brown was going to show up. We didn't know if Sammy Watkins was able to get up to par. But they did a pretty good job, man. They came out the gate a little bit iffy, but I mean after the first touchdown that the Broncos scored, man, it was damn near a wrap. It was damn near a wrap. I thought it was. I thought that great catch by Marquise Brown was great. That was a great makeup catch because that first time that he that was the first time I ever seen him go for the ball.
Right.
That was crazy, man. Um, and also, man, Lamar, man, his passing has gotten a whole lot better, man. A whole lot better. I, I mean, he threw over 300 yards today. Was it 316 yards, I believe,
Got
for a touchdown?
316 beat Tyson.
And on top of that, I like how they use Prochet. I like how they use Duvernay. I like that he got the others involved because it's mostly been a Hollywood Brown most of the time. Sammy Watkins got his share of the catches as well. Andrews is showing up big time. They all around had a great day offensively, man. And I think it's only going to get better from here on. But it was awesome. What are your thoughts so far?
I mean, to piggyback what you said, man, they look good. Thought the offense really took off. Did enough to win the ball game. Tackling still leave a lot to be decided, but hey, it's all good. Tristan, I know we're supposed to win, but hey, this the NFL, man. You can't take nobody for granted. Can't take nobody for granted. Best wishes out to Teddy Bridgewater, man. He had that concussion. Hope he's back for Pittsburgh next week. Because Mr. Locke ain't the answer. Clearly, that's why he got a job took. But fans out there, man, your comments, please share, like, subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Definitely check it out, man. And the running game today. Your thoughts on that, Ross?
Um, I didn't like that they activated Bell today. I thought he didn't look good at all, honestly. He didn't even look like Le'Veon Bell. I didn't know who the hell that was out there. But Tyson Williams didn't even get in the game today. I didn't like that at all. He was inactive. Um, to me, Tyson adds a different flavor to that running game, man.
Yeah.
And to me, he's the most explosive back that they have on the team. And for him to not even be activated for the game is worrisome for me because Le'Veon he's all right, but I just think Tyson, even though he's a second year player and he's undrafted, I think he has a lot to prove for them. And I think Harbaugh should trust him. And by doing this kind of brings down his trust for him. So hopefully he gets in the game next week. Le'Veon, I'm not sure how many yards he had today. He didn't have a big run or anything like that. But I mean the running game. I mean let's be honest. Denver does have a good run stuff in defense. So they did their job. They held us up 100 yards basically.
Right
So
on the dot.
um, it is what it is. But Le'Veon, I think he's done, man. I'm just gonna be honest. I think he's done. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, man, he
How you
didn't
doing,
have
Miss
those
Queen?
explosiveness. His Queen, thank you for watching. Did not look well at all. I mean, Murray looked like he's gonna be the guy, man. He's gonna be the one or two back. He's looking pretty good. Now, we'll be on these post games this year. We're going to try to preview the Ravens' next opponent, and that's the Colts. They played the Dolphins today, 27-17 final. Wentz looked a lot better today. He had 228 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Quarterback rating 115. Roger, your opinion of the Colts coming into Baltimore next week?
Is Carson Wentz playing?
Yeah, he was. He had a good day.
Oh,
24, 32 yards. He had a good day.
okay. Well, if Carson Wentz is playing, I think they'll give us somewhat of a game next week. That's not. I mean, that team is a good team. They don't have a great record. That team is still a good team. Um, they have a lot of weapons on that squad, so I think it's going to be a really good Monday night game. I do hope to see uh, um, Rashad Bateman out there next week because I think he's a difference maker. I think he's going to be pretty much the number one wide receiver on his team for years to come. I think he's going to easily, just ease him in as the season progresses. But I hope to see what he can do on the field, at least in increments. But other than that, man, I can't wait, man. I mean, this is a tough division we're in right now.
Oh Lord.
Cleveland is 3-1. The Ravens is 3-1. The Bengals is 3-1. Steelers right now is 1-3, but they can always make a comeback because they're the Steelers, and that's what they do. But it is what it is, man. I can't wait to see what we do next week against the Colts. You got any thoughts on the games around the league today?
Speaking of Pittsburgh and Green Bay, man, we watched Ben. Still look old. Still look slow. Stones is a tad better this week, but
Oh yeah. I forgot Mark is a Colts fan.
Mark, you're gonna take the L and you're gonna like it. Okay, you're gonna like taking the L next
No,
week.
Mark. This is what you're going to do, Mark. You're going to take the L and you're going to take the ass with it because that's what we're going to give you on Monday night. So you be respectful up in this chat. You hear me? Anyways, I'm sorry.
Oh no,
Continue,
you
D.
good. You good, man. Denver and Pittsburgh, since they meeting each other next week, we were sitting here kind of debating. The way it looks, it's gonna be an ugly game. What 10-7 final? It'll be an ugly game, man. Anybody got any questions out there for us to answer? We can do that as well. Let's go for the AFC North today. Browns and the Vikings. That was an ugly game, 14-7. The Browns pulled it out. Baker Mayfield, man, he only threw for 155 yards, man. Well, your thoughts on that, Roger? And the Browns next week got to play the Chargers, which they got to play the Raiders tomorrow night.
So that game was 14-7, right?
Yeah.
It was an ugly game for Baker Mayfield. Odell only had 2 receptions for 27 yards. The offense really didn't do anything. But their defense, of course, won them the game against Minnesota. So Cleveland is still on track to be good, but yeah, they're gonna have to. Baker Mayfield's gonna have to clean some stuff up for real because he's the one guy that's bringing the team to a standstill at some point. But he has to get better. He just has to get better as a quarterback. Hey
now.
Devontae's in the house, man.
Devontae, your WFT, they pulled it out.
It sets you in the chat, my good friend. You gotta have more faith in your Washington football team, man. You gotta have more faith in them, man. You kept telling us in the chat that they wasn't going to get it done. That see how my guys is. You gotta have more faith in the Washington football team. That's a good team, man. The defense ain't playing that well. I give you that, but they're a good team. So hats off to the Washington football team. They had a 34-30 win against the Atlanta Falcons today. 3 touchdowns by the Washington football team's backup, Mr. Heineken. Oh, I'm sorry, Heineke. Yeah, it was a great day for Washington fans. So hats off to y'all, man. But the Jets, man, let me say this, man. The Jets,
lucky team.
They finally on the board. They finally on the board. Congrats to them. They finally got the job done. Zach Wilson's first win as a Jet. He looked pretty good today. He did a good job. Uh, Tennessee should have won that game still. Either way, I can't fault them because he was missing both. Who was it? Julio Jones and
And AJ Brown.
that's right, that's right, and AJ Brown. So hats off to the Jets. They got that first win. Don't get too cocky though, Jets fans. Don't get too cocky though. The Jets in Atlanta next week
Yeah, in London, so
in London
somebody be sleeping in the morning.
at nine, right at 9:30 in the morning.
I know I ain't gonna be watching.
Pretty sure it'll be on the NFL Network. But it's gonna be a really interesting week, man. Really interesting week. We pretty much get to watch football on Sunday.
Right.
Don't got to worry about nobody for real because we got another Monday night game coming up. So it's gonna be a bomb burner.
We bomb burner, man. Mike, we're gonna try to hang with you till about 8 o'clock. I know everybody getting ready for Tom Brady's triumphal return back to New England. Hopefully he blow them out. But Mike, quick Cincinnati and Green Bay next week. Cincinnati beat Jacksonville the other night, and the Packers today, they ain't need an A game to beat the Steelers, but they're gonna need it in Cincinnati next week. Raj, your thoughts on the Bengals and the Packers for next week?
Oh man, it's going man. The Bengals have been playing so much better this year. Uh, Joe Burrow coming back from that injury looks like a whole new quarterback for him, like a whole new man. He's been awesome. He's been extremely awesome, dude. Uh, I mean, Mr. Chase, Mr.
He
Chase,
look good, man. He
Mr.
look
Chase, the
good.
rookie, has been catching. He's been catching everything. Tyler Boyd has been looking great. Um, Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is doing his
Right.
thing. It's another one. They just look like a whole new. They look like a whole new team. A
Yeah.
whole new team. They got confidence. They got that confidence in them now, and that's very scary in our division because
Very.
it's usually a two-team division. Usually the Ravens and Steelers, or the Ravens and Browns, or the Steelers and Browns, or whatever. But now that the Bengals are finally being a good team again, it's going to be interesting. The Packers look pretty good today. Aaron Rodgers is still being Aaron Rodgers. And so it's going to be another good game.
Yes.
But I mean, we'll see who wins. I'm not gonna make a prediction because of course we got a show coming up tomorrow.
That's right.
So I'm not gonna give a prediction now. I'll give a prediction tomorrow on the Flex Zone. Monday's at 10, by the way.
That's right. 10
So
o'clock.
make sure y'all tune in. My man Daryl's on. I see
Yeah,
you.
he talking about that them Stankies, which he watched, pull out a playoff victory. Yes, Aaron Rodgers is the man. He is the man. He is the man.
Yes, the Ravens and the Yankees win. It has been a good day.
Mm,
Well, then again, no, because for you, since you got your Yankees jersey on, it's been a good day.
yeah, the Stankies won, but don't worry. They say in Boston, one of them gonna lose, and then the winner's gonna lose to Tampa Bay. So that works. Anyway, we're not on here for baseball though. We want to stick to football. Sunday night tonight, everybody looking forward. This might be the greatest return since LeBron went back to Cleveland. And he's with the Heat, with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers against New England. And we all picked the Buccaneers to take care of business. Will the Pats keep this a close game, everybody? Y'all thoughts on that? And Roger, your opinion on that Tampa Bay New England matchup? What you expect to see tonight? How many touchdowns for Tom Brady?
I think Tom Brady throws 4 touchdowns tonight.
Oh
I
yeah.
think he throws 4 against his former team. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I'm not going to say it's going to be an ass whooping, but I do think that the Buccaneers will take the game. I think Tom Brady will be Tom Brady and have his usual 300-yard game, 4 touchdowns, one to Antonio Brown, one to Mike Evans. Gronkowski's not playing, so I think O.J. Howard takes the spot and gets 2 touchdowns tonight. I think he shines tonight against
What's huge,
the
man?
New England Patriots. But I think the Buccaneers is a better team, of course. I think it's going to be a love fest at the beginning of the game. I think Tom and Coach Belichick will give out a nice hug and kumbayas and all this other good stuff. It's going to be a good showing. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be an ass whooping coming for well, not an ass whooping. It's going to be a close game. But I think Tom just overtakes them and gets revenge on his former squad that he has given 6 touchdowns to. Because let's not forget, my good brother, he is the greatest quarterback of all time in the NFL, and you
Un-
know this. You know
Unfortunately, he
this.
is. I have to admit it. He's the man. He's the greatest quarterback I've ever seen with my own eyes. I admit it. I admit it. It hurts me, but he is the greatest. He is the greatest.
And
Now
and
the
Daryl, look, he will not lose. Okay, he will not lose, Daryl. He's going to win. All right, because he's great, and great quarterbacks win, especially ones that want revenge. They win.
yes, it's
So
true.
that ain't happening.
It's true. Now, Mike, quick, right before we go off here, we're gonna preview the flex on them all a little bit. Of course, talking NFL Week 4. We talk about us going to SmackDown Friday night. It was a good experience, and probably a little baseball playoff action. Devontae get goofy with the goofy of the week. But we're gonna try to come at you every time, man. Neighborhoods together with somewhere. We're gonna try to bring you a post game. What happened today? The Ravens got it done. All the late games didn't have no drama. You know, the Arizona Cardinals, I think, have shocked a lot of people. 4-0, took care of the Rams today, and Seattle getting back on track. And they're at 2-2 now. So the NFL, expect the unexpected. So
That's right, Dave. Expect the unexpected.
yeah. Anybody else got any more questions? We're gonna hang with you for about 2 more minutes, and then we know y'all getting ready for the big Dukaroo on Sunday Night Football, which Tom Brady's going to destroy Belichick and company. We can't wait for it. Roger, any more quick observations for what you've seen today from NFL Week 4? Yeah, any
Um,
quick observations?
uh, Not really. It's been one of those weekends where you kind of know who was going to win and who wasn't going to win. Of course, the Jets was a surprise, but
And the Giants, too.
and the Giants as well. Yes, the Giants as well. That was another surprise. But other than that, not really. I figured the Ravens would get it done, and I figured that Green Bay would beat Pittsburgh. So it's been a great weekend, a really good weekend. Um, a lot of fun. SmackDown was great. Can't wait to talk about that tomorrow, of course. As you already previewed it. Tribal Chief was in the house. The dark match was great.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of good things, man. A lot of good things. But anyway, we're going to conclude right now. So D, take us on home, man.
All right, man. Well, for Raj here, Friendly Neighborhood D, we signing off. 10 p.m. tomorrow night, Flex Zone, Facebook, YouTube. Give you sports how you want it, when you need it. Until then, peace.
Peace.
Holla.